everyone. We got some crazy news today. I hope you guys are prepared. This is going to be a big news day. Then we're going to go over the Tone Vays, the debate. But first, let me get in the thumbnail. Let me put the thumbnail in just so you guys have something to look at if you're clicking on it. And hopefully everybody's having a great day. Man, I'm feeling a lot better. I would say, 90% better. Actually, no, 70% better. It really depends on the time of day. But right now, I'm feeling it. But let me just put in this thumbnail, and we can get started. We got some crazy news. I know I say that every day, but today we actually got some really cool news. So let's go ahead and let me save the thumbnail. You guys are amazing. There you go. Make it save. Make sure I'm live. You guys can see me. Let me hold on. If you're chatting, I gotta restart the chat for some reason nowadays. There you go. All right. Hopefully everybody's having a good one. We are having a good pump today. I mean, it's only 3%, but hey, audio 5 out of 5. Nice. Okay, thank you for that. I can see Finn Bears. The Finnish bear. I'm not too happy with Finland right now, but that's okay. That's okay, Finn Bear. But man, what a great pump. We are at 1.7 almost. And boy, oh boy, we got such good news that we might even get a better pump. Look at this. It's just rounding off right here. It's got that roundabout. We got the stochastics still pumping up. RSI pumping up and straight up. So always good to see. Let's go check out what Pulse is doing. Let me see. We're gonna check out some other coins too. Not to shill them. I just want to see what they're at. New dystope. LOL. What does that mean? Green is good. Loco news. Thanks for spreading the word. Thanks. 5.7. Nice for Pulse chain. And let's see for look at that. Oh my gosh. I haven't opened up the Pulse X one in a long time. Oh boy. Look at that. Hexo called it on the day. I literally am as surprised as you that this actually broke out. If you're like, wow, Hexo knows his TA. Hey, I only know one set of TA, okay? I'm a married man. Bro, what's up? Take a peek at UFO. It's flying. Okay, we can take a look at a couple of meme coins. We will look at meme coins, okay? I'm not telling nobody to get into it. But, somebody did send me a whole bunch of P-Dye, so I've got to take a look at P-Dye now. Great. Looks great. P-Dye looking good too. UFO, I've never seen it. Let's see. Where do I find UFO? Probably in this. Let's see. Stable coins. Okay. Do we just look up coins? Coins. Overview. Let's actually do the bubbles. I know you can do bubbles. All right. Oh, looks like we got a rug pull. Looks like we got a rug pull on the old. Oh, geez. 520. Jeez. Oh, some of you all got into it. Goodness. Oh, boy. This isn't their first rodeo in getting rug pulled, though. What is this? Somebody bought some and then it was like, nope. That's hilarious. That's actually funny. This is why I want to actually look at some other meme coins because there's so much funniness in the market. UFO? Yes, for UFO. Okay. All right. Yeah, UFO looking good. Let's see what it versus Pulse chain is. Dang. Okay. Dang. That's crazy. That's a crazy looking chart. Although it started clear up here, but usually you don't do it by that. There you go. That. Wow. All right. Crazy looking chart. I know that the other one, the PTGC or whatever, has done pretty much like that too. Let's see. P staked ETH, pretty much down. Peach is down. Everything else pretty much green. Dick with butt, sorry, down. But if fucks, I don't know. I guess that's a coin. eShib down 13%, but PShib is up 5%. PZen, unfortunately. Jeez. Hey, Pulse Gang, what's up? UFR part of the PTGC. Okay. Security now. Hexo is becoming a P-Dye Maxi now. Hey, I got money. I got money in the system. Actually, I already had a bunch of Pulse PDI, and then I was like, dude, I don't know about this. I as much as I want it to peg, there's some funniness in some of the things that some of the influencers saying. Not that I'm not gonna hate on anybody, but some of the things that people say, I'm just like, dude, I don't think Richard's talking through the blockchain to any of us. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to hate on Pete. I have some myself. You guys seen it here. I don't want to hate on it, but I don't think Richard's talking through PDI, like sending messages and being like, hey guys, what was the one that they said that he said, like, he signed a message in it for the glory, and I was like, nope, Sal. Richard ain't talking through, it's not like you're a ghost that opens all your cupboards. My wife is always talking about ghosts. Do you believe in ghosts? And I'm like, I don't believe in ghosts that like just come here to open up your cupboards and stuff. Like, I think that's really stupid. Hey, if you're a believer in the ghost, hey, that's fine with me. I don't care. I don't. That's just my opinion on it. If you believe in ghosties coming back to shut all your cupboards, hey, cool. Hopefully this computer is stable. I actually bought some more RAM for it today because it is just it was chugging yesterday on Photoshop, and boy oh boy, I put new ones in and I got 2 blue screens right out of the gate. So hopefully we can get this and continue on with a good stream. Hexo dumped his PDI. No, I didn't. I still have it. You can look in my wallet. It's the donation address below. Go ahead and do that. Copy it. Hex Scout. Copy it. My first PDI, sure, because everybody was hating on me, and I was like, dude, nobody's talking through the messages on the blockchain. That's my opinion. If you believe that Richard's talking through the blockchain through you, great, but I don't think he is. Hex Hangout dumped on the community again. What's Hex Hangout? What are you shilling now? Hexo Gary Guzzler is not going to be happy. Yeah, send those subpoenas. He knows where to send us subpoenas, that's for sure. Okay. Ghost coin now with covered protocol. Yeah, it's got the covered protocol. It just opens up and throws the dishes at you. All right, so it looks like Coinbase restarts at Bitcoin-backed loans via Ethereum network base. So the loans will be collateralized at 133%, and pretty much, I think what it said is they stopped it because nobody was using it back in the day. So I guess they ended up starting it over again. Repayment schedules will have no cap or deadline as long as customers maintain a healthy loan to value ratio. And here it is. Coinbase has attributed the decision to discontinue the lending service at the time to shifting customer demand. So they, use Bitcoin at your own peril, dude. By the way, I ain't using it. I'm so close. I have a Kraken account, but I've never on or offboarded off of it, and I've only used Coinbase. But since I haven't used Coinbase for like 2 years, with bigger sums than like $100 or $200, it's scaring me now, because you look at how many people are like, please Coinbase, unlock I've had 6 figures of money just stuck on Coinbase for 6 months, and you guys won't release it. I'm like, dude. Could you imagine? You think that you're a millionaire 1 minute, you send your millions to Coinbase, you're like, dude, this is, my life has changed, Lambo incoming. And then you go to like send it to your bank account, and they're like, nah, shut it down, boys. We're going to have to investigate this guy. And then you're like, no, I've already got I've got it on, I've already got the loan, and I've got everything started. I've got the dealer on the phone. What are you talking about? And then, you just have to deal with that for 6 months, and you just have to cry on Twitter about them releasing your money. And then finally, maybe if yikes, dude, yikes. How's the prison pocket or purse now? What does that mean? What? Hexo searching for Trump approved American made coins. Yeah, I got to get the American made. Got to get a 5090. Dude, I would love to get a 5090. And I don't think they're going to be that expensive. I have a 3090 that I bought like 3 years ago or whatever, and on my main PC, and dude, it freaking chugs. Like it's pretty powerful, but I also have like an i9, and I think my i9 is I don't know if There's something wrong with it. It stutters a lot. It's really weird. It's like you get a brand new computer and you're like, dude, well, and then coming back to like an old computer, like this one's a Ryzen 3 580. No, 3600, or maybe a Ryzen 5 3600. And so it's like vastly worse than the other one. So you get on this computer with a new mouse and everything, and you're just like, ugh. It feels like, you know, messing around on your grandma's computer where you're just like, you got the like loud clicking noise that you're not used to. So that's kind of where I'm at this. Stake the like button. You earn the future likes. Yes, thank you. That's the neat part, CEO. You don't. What? Hex is the better butt coin. Yeah, Hexo is a PDI Maxi. Not a PDI Maxi. I hope it pumps and pegs. But when it does, I will be selling all of my PDI to buy more of the coins that I like. But do I like PDI? Sure, if it keeps going up. You know, if it wants to peg, I am all for the narrative for it to peg. Okay, 50x from here, we are pegged up. But it's just a narrative right now, and you know, some narratives actually they bloom, right? They bloom into a beautiful flower. Some of them just die, right? And people get really frustrated. But Ricky is on the run. Okay, let's see. So what's the best way to exchange your funds? Well, there probably is none. I've heard good things about Kraken. I probably will use Kraken at some point, but Coinbase says no Lambo for you. Yeah, exactly. All right. So yeah, use Coinbase at your, your discretion. Bitcoin right now. Let's see. We got $97,000. We bounced up off 97,000 and we are at 99. Oh, we just hit 100,000 right now. And MACD looking strong. RSI looks like it's coming down just a little bit, but it can change really quick too. Let's see. Does pegging go well with your recent surgery? Actually, yeah, it's probably not the thing that I want to be a part of at this point. Yeah, all the PDI guys out there, please don't let it peg in the next few weeks because, man, I am recovering right now. Hexo is the tie wiggle. Go well. Oh, let me see. Maxi, not financial advice. Exactly. I'll just keep transactions under 5K and you can still use Coinbase. Well, yeah, true. But again, I think that Richard might have alluded to this on his last stream on the Christmas one, where if you try to do small ones like that and you're doing them frequently, that might raise red flags too, because you're trying to, I forgot what the term is called, but you're doing small transactions to skirt the law. So, it's like, I don't know, maybe, and that sucks. You say 5K transactions, but what if you've got $2 million that you want to transact out? How long is that going to take you? Like all year? How long would that take you? Let's see. 2 million. 5K. It would take you 400 days. So, at some point you're probably going to get frustrated and just be like, sell it. Just throw it all into Coinbase, right? I am satisfied with Bitstamp. Yeah, I should probably check out Bitstamp. I know it's like one of the oldest ones. And I think Americans can use it. I've never used it. I've never even been on the platform. Who else think RH feels safer and happier than because of Trump has his back? Well, yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons why he was promoting Trump so much before Trump got in office. It was one of the reasons why I was promoting Trump so much, because it's like, dude, if anything else, I was voting for one thing, and that was crypto. At this point, right? All the other things are great too. Not to, poo-poo on those. Joe Biden's been a complete wreck for a lot of stuff. But for crypto especially, Joe Biden's been like attacking us little crypto guys. And, getting Gary Gensler out of there and getting some of these other people out of there will maybe it's lifted the spirits of the crypto. I mean, look at what Bitcoin's done just since he... where were we at? Probably around $50,000. When was he elected? I can't remember the day. Somewhere probably in here. So, I mean, if Kamala Harris would have got in, dude, I don't think we would have been getting this. I would think we would have been down. So that's just my thoughts. I don't know though. Gary Gensler has really ruined the crypto space the 4 years that he's been in. or however long. Has he been in for 4 years? Did he get in right when Joe Biden got in? I can't remember when he actually got in, because we were all excited that Gary Gensler was going to go get in, because he was like doing talks. He knew what Ethereum was. He said Ethereum wasn't a security before getting in. And, it seemed very bullish with him getting in. And then he got in and he just went scorched earth on the entire crypto land, which was crazy. Let's see. True. I am satisfied with Bitstamp. Use Coast, probably better option for bigger amounts. Yeah, Acid Thunder. I started a Coast account, but they never said it was finished. So I haven't. Hi all. What's up, TS Pedro? Trumpamentals. Hexo, can you unblock Christopher from your YouTube channel? The guys have been here for 3 years. Yeah, I will. I think that he contacted me earlier. I don't think I banned him. I think it was one of the mods, but if it was me, I don't know either. The Trump promotes the pump. Looking extra bullish. Divergent Hexo. Okay, very clean. Thanks. Lights out. I've been using them lots. Only small amounts though. No problem. So yeah, I would like to see if that you could cash out big amounts through 0x Coast. Gary needs a good pegging. Okay, they need to fire the most recent 60,000 IRS agents or allocate them to investigate medical fraud. That'd be cool. What kind of medical fraud? Like the people? Dude, with the Luigi thing going down, I think that we should probably just get away from the old medical stuff, because boy, oh boy, they're gonna be, that's crazy right now. All right. We got Nuclear Herbs tweeting now, SEC commissioners, please include the SEC's case against Richard Hart in your upcoming review. It was clear that the court had no idea why the SEC was trying to allege fraud, so it would make sense for the SEC to question the validity of its own claims. Thanks in advance. The entire transcript here is pinned. So, when the court, if you've read the transcripts, Pulse Chain was developed, correct? This is the judge asking. And people got some investors got tokens. So why didn't he do what he said he was doing? How is it fraud if you do what you say you're going to do? So that is my biggest thing, that I thought it was just crazy that they were trying to charge him with fraud. When it's like, we got the coins. How is it fraud? Right? But I think this is what happened. They were probably trying to charge him with fraud before Pulse Chain came out. And so they were, so here's my, everybody put on their little tinfoil hats, and we'll get into this conspiracy. But I think this is what happened. Richard was coming out, he was developing Pulse Chain, and all of the Pulse Chain was coming out, and he got wind that the SEC was going to charge him. So he released it in May, which I don't think we probably would have got it in May. And then however many months, like 4 or 5 months later, he got we started getting the subpoenas and all that other stuff, and they charged him. I don't think it was actually till 2023 that they officially charged him. Maybe not, but I can't remember the exact time. But so I think that he got wind that they were going to charge him, so he released it, and they already had the charges that they were going to file against him. And so when they brought it to the court, they looked completely dumb. It's like, how is it fraud if he gave them the things that they were asking for? They got the coins, right? He made the thing that he said that he was gonna do. So I don't understand, how is that fraud? That's just my thought on it. That I always try to look at it in a conspiratorial way. All right, so I guess if you haven't heard, yesterday XRP got the SEC to they are gonna rehash. They appealed it. The SEC appealed the court's decision. So again, they're going to go against Ripple. They are not completely out of the woods yet. Well, I actually want to see what Ripple's at today. And Ripple, by the way, this is the Hex Jeets should learn something from the old Ripple boys. They are still pumping today, 2.23%, even when the SEC has came after them. That is, they're still pumping. They still got a green candle on the daily for today, 2.5%. Now, this is very close to a red candle, but, it isn't a huge red candle either. So Yeah, it's not a 30% dip in 5 minutes. So all the hex jeets, maybe we should all learn from this. If anything happens, hey, everything will probably be okay at the end of it. But so the SEC had appealed the court case where they said that they're pretty much not a security anymore. And I guess real Donald Trump allegedly told Ripple, you guys made this amount of money last year and you're going to make so much more now because of me. But when I needed you, where the F were you? You weren't with me, and maybe you were with Kamala Harris. Sources. Okay, so if you didn't know that, it's pretty crazy that Donald Trump's kind of like, dude, because if you don't remember, some of the founders, I don't remember the exact, it wasn't Garlic Breath. It was like one of the other founders or CEOs, like a co-CEO or whatever. He donated like $25 million to Kamala Harris's fund. So, maybe he's like, dude, you guys weren't with me last time, huh? So yikes. We got, we always have Hexicans in the comments. Great. Welcome to Pulse Chain. We love you. I follow Richard Hart on X. So should you. Look at this, guys. Just all the Hexicans. XRP bros and shambles. Yeah. So, who knows? It sounds like they're still bullish on it, though. Senator Cynthia Loomis says FDIC whistleblowers claim the agency is destroying documents related to digital assets. They're destroying documents about cryptocurrencies. Oh, boy. This is probably not good for the FDIC. I wonder what they're destroying or what kind of documents that they had against the cryptocurrencies, but of course, right? Our government, you used to go to jail for stuff like this. Now it's just like, yeah, it's another day. Nobody's going to do anything on that, right? Pretty crazy. The SEC's top lawyer, Megan Barbaro, to resign on January 20th, boys. More good SEC news. This is what I was talking about with the great news today. We're getting another top lawyer of the SEC resigning on January 20th. Crazy. That's pretty awesome to me. I mean, these are people that are trying to destroy your freedoms. Guess what? All of them are resigning, including Gary Gensler on the 20th. So, I mean, hey, fine with me. You guys can all resign. Trump plans to designate cryptocurrency as a national priority with an executive order to expected to create a crypto advisory council and stopping federal crypto litigation. Some more great news, guys. This is great. If this actually happens, we've got 4 days? I mean, maybe it doesn't come out day one, but boy, oh boy, we've got some pretty crazy good news if you are a crypto bro, and I'm guessing everybody else is in the comments. Maybe just some people like to watch me for my tie wiggles, but yeah, I mean, geez, this is amazing news for the last few days. So Crypto Coffee posted this easy way you could buy Pulse Chain, get Bitcoin on Cash App or Strike, then send it to the Pulse Lightning Network, I think is what it is. Bridge from other chains like BNB2 and limits is $2,000. They now have a referral program, so there you go. I've never used Pulse Lightning, so do it at your own risk. But if you're gonna do it, I guess if you want to do it quickly, there you go. Get BTC, Cash App, and then send it to Pulse Lightning Network. Cool, sweet. Sweet that the people are building things like that. By the way, we had this problem yesterday where hex.win was blocked on the Pinata app. I tried it again today. If you just go to go.hex.com in your browser, it won't do it. But for some reason, in your if Phantom, let's see, let's just check it out right now. Hex.win. Weird. Okay, so it works right now. That's weird. Did they take it off? I wonder if they took it off. Because I freaking got, we almost got 1,000 likes over here. I wonder if they took it off. If anybody sees that this is still blocked, let me know. Because that was not working yesterday. And I went into there. So I went actually into please file an issue, which is just like a GitHub repository. And I looked at the YAML files that they were, that they told, to file an issue of all of the websites that are blacklisted. I couldn't find Hex on there this morning. So maybe they fixed it like within the last couple of hours, like since the morning. See, this is, let me know, guys, if we fixed it. Spoiler it for us. Spoiler, it's us. What's us? So crazy. There you go. If it fixed it, I can go to. Oh, well, actually, let's go to. What was it? The Pinata League. What is the? Go.hex.com. Hex.com. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. This is where it stops us. Dude, I think we got it fixed. I think we may have gotten it fixed. Everybody give a hand to the Hexican community. Look at that. Our guerrilla marketing and our freaking presence on Twitter or X is nothing to scoff at. People say that this stuff doesn't work. They fixed it. Now we just need new scum gone. That'd be nice. Yeah. What's up, Block Ronnie? Crypto trumps politics anyway. Okay. Just need to wait for Trump to take office. Provide a safe crypto environment. Elon Trump has integrated exit crypto exchange for mass adoption for retail and normies. Then most organic community wins. That would be pretty awesome. Trump has a ton of things ready to go day one. Let's hope. And I hope that day one is some of that crypto stuff. Unfortunately, I think that that's going to be shoved to the back a little bit. Not, I'm not saying the first week we might not get it, but the first day, I mean, if you've read what this guy said he's doing day one, boy, oh boy, in 4 days, we're going to have like the craziest first day ever. You're going to see people out your door just, getting marched back to Mexico type of stuff. That's what it feels like, right? But I don't know. All this good news from the Trump admin. You guys can thank me later for my well-directed vote. Yeah, me too. What was the email spam before it was even named email spam? RH is a visionary. Yeah, true. Ripple had Bill Clinton as a guest speaker years ago. They live in California. Of course they didn't go back to the orange man. Yeah, dude. Yeah, these guys are goofs, dude. I wear a 758 fitted in a twin file and a tin foil. Okay. Let's see. Another W for Hexicans. I mean, guys, I didn't think that we were going to actually get it taken off, but like I said, I went through their little YAML file that they had on GitHub, and I literally couldn't find it. I clicked here, please file an issue, and the community maintained database went into it. I couldn't find it. So Phantom, good for them. They should list Pulse Chain and Hex now. They are I think they're just for Solana, I think, and Ethereum. But yeah, good for them. That's amazing. Great job, Hexkins. Now if we can fight to keep red dye on the menu, stay away from my Kool-Aid government. yeah, let me drink the Kool-Aid, boys. Let me drink it as I will, right? All right, let's see. You got anything worse? All right. Well, that's great job. All right, let's go ahead and start up the old law review. Where did we stop yesterday? Notepad.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the return of a
trustless peer-to-peer interest. You and the contract. No middleman.
All right, boys. Well, we're back again. 100% right. Crypto Surfer, RAP Jim Jones. I don't know who that is. 100% right, Crypto Surfer. What did he say? The Mafia of Getty, Newsom, Pelosi is a rabbit hole in itself. Yeah, dude. I mean, that sucks for you guys. I lived in California when it was cool to live there, right? 2004, when Arnold Schwarzenegger was the governor. I barely lived there because I was in the military at the time. But it was, there was homeless people, but it's nothing like it is today. Today, it's dude, you go down San Francisco. I went to San Francisco, me and my wife did, and we were going to go to the Fisherman's Wharf, and we were looking for a place to park, like a parking place, garage, and every parking garage that we could find on Google reviews was do not park your car here. You will get all of your stuff stolen. And we were doing a road trip or whatever. They're you will get all of your stuff stolen. Do not, if you have any valuables, it'll just get stolen. And it was $50 to even park in this parking garage. I was oh, hell no. And that was multiple parking garages. So, what? Mixed mix. Yes. Okay. Yeah. We're bringing back the what? The old Tone Vays. What? Jim Jones is the original. Okay. Remember when RH posted that he wanted to buy in a crypto exchange? That'd be nice. Right? Oh, I have a really funny story for you guys. So I went to this freaking, oh gosh, should I even tell this story? I feel like I shouldn't even tell this story. All right, I'll tell it. Just so you guys can have a little bit of humor. I went to the it's so embarrassing. All right. So I went to this job interview just a couple of days ago. And the guy had like these like cloth chairs that he, these nice like light white cloth chairs. And I just had my ass surgery. And I was dressed real nice, had my pants on and everything. And it was like 2 days after the surgery. So I'm still, let's just say I'm leaking a little bit. I'm leaking. And I'm doing the interview, and he moved the chair for me, like himself. And I do the whole interview or whatever. And so we end the interview, and he's like, "Okay, nice to meet you. It was great to meet you. Whatever." I go to walk out, and he like is walking behind me, and he looks at the chair, and there's just this freaking. It looks. Oh no. There's a little, a little skid mark of blood just on his chair. And I was like, I just walked out as fast as I could. Needless to say, I didn't get the job. Yeah, snail trail. Yeah, it was not the best way to come out of the job interview. I was completely embarrassed. He called me a couple days later to tell me I didn't get the job. I didn't answer the phone. I didn't want to answer it. I was like, nope, I'm not answering that one. I'm not answering that one. We're not going to have this conversation. You left the saddle sore. I should have wore, the whatever those women, what the women wear in their underwear. I should have wore one of those. But I'm too manly for it. I thought I was too manly for it. But boy, that could have saved me a couple extra bucks. I could have had a job, boys. But nope. Little Hexo wanted to go in there commando, wearing only underwear. Poor Hexo. Yeah, I would have said that. Yeah, that was there when I got here. I don't know what that is. He looked at me like it was like he like went to move the chair, and then he like moved it like just a quarter inch. He like moved it a quarter inch, and then he like looked up at me like, what the, like he looked at the stain, like he stopped when he saw it, and then he like looked at me, and I was just like, yeah, have a good one. I'll see you, I'll see you later or whatever. He walked out of there all fast. Oh yeah, man, pun. Yeah, I had one of the most embarrassing things that I've ever had happen to me. Okay. Yeah, this might be why little Hexo can't find a job. He keeps putting blood all over these people's places. This is the most honest man in crypto. Thank you, Operation Shutdown. Yeah, ass made liquidity. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm answer when I call. Yeah, okay, Pookie do. Yeah. Did you get a cleaning bill? I probably am going to get one. They were nice chairs. He thought, if I hire this guy, I'll buy plastic chairs. Yeah. Yeah, I'm hot after talking about that one. Maxi pad fund Hex. Oh, thank you, Paul Sachs. Yeah, I'm going to have to put that one on the mark it up here as the Maxi pad fund. He looks down at the chair, looks up at you, and you are at a full, a full sprint running with, squishing while I'm running. One of those, crapping yourself in the interview. Crapping yourself in an interview would have been much worse. Not much though. Well, that's the thing. He may have thought that I crapped myself. That's the thing. I think that blood when it's coming out like that is not always just like a bright red strip. It is a little bit, a little water or brownish. So he may have thought that I just crapped his chair. All right. All right. I don't want to hear anymore about it. I just want to tell you guys. Hexa, what's your thoughts on Tim Kennedy and his Stolen Valor? I don't think I haven't thought too, or not thought, but I haven't looked too much into it. If he claimed that he did stuff and he had stuff, then he didn't, then yeah, that's pretty lame. But I know that some people said that he did stuff and he just never corrected them type of stuff. And I still think it's Stolen Valor, but yeah, I mean, Navy SEALs, right? There's a lot, guys. You couldn't even imagine how much Stolen Valor there is in the military. So, these cooks coming out. I remember going back to the rear because we would literally live in people's houses while I was in Iraq. I know you're not gonna be happy with me. Hexa, you're a piece of garbage. You went over that. Okay, I was 18 years old. Okay, I get it. I wouldn't do it today, but I'm just saying we would just, we'd do sweeps through cities, and at the end of the night, we would go into somebody's house and be like, all right, you guys, you need to leave. We're going to take over this house for the day. And they'd be like, no, mister, no. And I'd be like, not, see you later. And then they would leave. We would always pay them. Don't worry. I wouldn't pay them, but somebody would pay them money. And, we'd sleep there through the night. We'd come back to the rear like every 3 weeks to get showers. And all of the like people that were admin and stuff were like, hey bro, let me get some of the videos from you. And I'd be like, okay, and then 2 days later you see that it's posted on Facebook and they're like, look, Ma, look what I was doing. Like, okay. Yeah, that wasn't you. That was me. Right? Crap. Okay, let's see. New blimpy bloomers. That's funnier than you sniffing the hot stuff. Yeah. Should have worn a nappy. Yeah, I know I should have. After you looked back up, you should have said, I like to party. Yeah, that would have got me in. I've been using Pulse LN to DCA for over a year now. It's quick and cheap instead of the bridge. Nice. That was the time for the Diddy joke. Yeah, that was the time for the Diddy joke. That would have, maybe that would have played out a little bit better than the Diddy joke at the hospital when I was just awaking. I did the Diddy joke unconscious. I'm not even lying. Like when I woke up, all I hear that I'm saying is, man, that Diddy party, man. I just feel like I got out of a Diddy party. That's all I hear that I'm saying. Like, what do I'm coming to and going, man. And I'm like, why are you saying these things right now? And then I'm just like, oh, what just happened? Coming into conscious, like, I hope you haven't been like, spilling your seed words or anything like this. Not that I even know them. Thank you for your service, Hex. Oh, thank you. Tim was Delta Force, Green Beret. Yeah, that doesn't matter. These guys, doesn't matter. If you're not, it's mostly guys that aren't happy with what they did that they'll lie about stuff that they did, right? Poor little Iraqi citizens will have stains on their white fear. Okay, you made me spit. You made me spit. Been meaning to pull slightly tip. Tight next family. All right, let's go. Let's get back to it. Let's get our serious faces on. We got to talk to lawyers now.
I'm not rewarding. They're rewarding themselves. If you lock up your coins, you mint more when you're done. Just like a Bitcoin miner. If you find a hash of a nonce with a certain number of leading zeros, you get 50 Bitcoin that you just made out of your own ass. You just pulled them out of your ass. Hey guys, thanks for the 50 Bitcoin. And the rest of the network goes and they go, hey, did he follow the network rules?
I feel like
yeah, okay, then we'll let him spend them. We like this, right? It's just like Bitcoin. You pull them out of your ass, and as long as the rest of the network likes the rules that you played by, and you all agreed to play by the same rules, then you just fucking go to town. It's how it works.
So on a 30,000 foot level, I'll agree with you. That's
we did read this,
how it works,
or watch this.
Except you've set up certain rules.
You don't like the rules. That's the problem.
No. No, man. I'm trying to analyze.
You're allowed to have whatever social rules you want to have. If I don't want to date you unless you wear a thong, that's what's up, man. And we can choose to interact with each other on that basis. And no one else gets to come along and go, you're not allowed to like guys' thongs or whatever.
I'm talking about the minting of Hex.
We saw this part. Yeah, I don't know how far. I think we did it pretty close to here. Let me see.
If I had Ethereum, I can put Ethereum.
Yeah, we did.
You can just keep moving it up forever, and people.
We watched this.
Put the regulator hat on.
Oh yeah, we got rid of what's his name, Billy or whatever.
The regulator wants to save people as well.
Sure, good.
And just way up the Supreme Court here in the United States said that securities laws shall be liberally construed. Man,
oh, here we go.
I think
yeah.
I try.
But in case,
but the problem is that
I know what you mean.
You don't have the progeny and sequence of cases that come after that modify it.
Look,
And
may be fucked up and be missing data, and the reality may be different, and I may be fucked up. And if I read something that says I'm fucked up, I'll respond, right?
And prior to the Shavers case, there had never been a single instance enforced by the federal laws under the SEC where anything other than a dollar bill had ever been given in an investment contract. And it was the first time that they tried to say that software, something other than actual money, could be money as to the Howey test. Now, I argued to the judge, look, they need to go back and rewrite the definition of money if they're going to do that, because you can't just do ad hoc legislative.
Right. You can't have the
legislation here
writing fake laws when they're not in the legislative branch. I agree with you.
But that's the way that it works. And the reason it works that way is because that one sentence where it says the law shall be granted all kinds of favorable interpretation to the agency. So by trying to get semantic with it, what the SEC does is you say, look, we have multiple tests here, and it's not just the Howey test, it's also the family resemblance test. And they're going to take a look at everything that you've done. And if Howey doesn't apply, now they've got this new tool called the family resemblance test. And
so they can just do whatever they want.
Either in either of those. So here's what
I can't speak to it. I can't speak to it. I haven't read it.
Here's what I want you to consider. All right. Go out and find an attorney. Review this with them. Try to get some protections in place. I'd hate to see you end up in jail because I think your heart's good, man. I think your heart's good.
I try. I do.
Good morning, Raj. On that one, Jason, on another episode, but I'll leave.
Well, look, I'm not trying to disparage the man here. I'm trying to get to that point in this.
They're acting like Richard didn't have lawyers already before the Hex came out. We know for a fact that Richard had at least 2 law agencies look at it to make sure it wasn't a security beforehand, to get their and I think that they were like third party. So he had no association with them to just make sure that the Hex wasn't security. So
Richard understands that.
Just so that you know, what you've described is appeal to the government ain't fair. And I know the government ain't fair. And even if you are right, they can, if a police officer follows you long enough, he will be able to pull you over legally because you will make a mistake. It is inevitable. And if a prosecutor wants to get lively and screw you up, they can screw you up. And even if you win, you still lost. You still lost a few $1 million in defense. I understand that. I really do. I respect them. I respect the job that they do. I appreciate them trying to save people. I'm also trying to save people. They are not doing a good enough job getting rid of counterparty risk. They're not doing a good enough job getting rid of scams in other countries. And they can't jurisdictionally, right? But a well-designed product, a peer-to-peer replacement for interest, can get rid of a lot of these central guys where you give them your coins and you make interest. Well, now you can just get interest from a smart contract. You print your own interest, just like Bitcoin does. Bitcoin just doesn't reward referrers.
They still don't get it.
Developers, neither.
They still don't get it.
It doesn't reward stakers to hold the price up. It just rewards people that burn electricity. And that's not as good a game theory because there's other positive behaviors that participants in this social construct can perform. And if they were rewarded for doing them, they would do better.
Tone has checked out. Tone is checked out completely at this point. He is not even paying attention and hasn't been paying attention for many moon. And Jason over here, he's getting the he keeps hearing words that he's like, no, it can't be true. The government loves us.
As good a game theory because there's other positive behaviors that participants in this social construct can perform. And if they were rewarded for doing them, they would do better. So think about this. In Bitcoin, if Satoshi came and told you he was going to sell all his coins next week, you wouldn't believe him. You wouldn't believe him because why would he tell you that? But in Hex, we have a truth engine. We're the first cryptocurrency in the world with a chart of future market supply. When you don't tell the market when you're going to unstake your coins, you're penalized by getting diluted because everyone else is getting inflation but you. And so what's the smart thing to do?
Look, they're literally both not watching. He's on his phone. He's doing something else. I don't know what he's doing. Tone Vays is checked out again. I mean, he is not paying attention at all. That's why he hasn't said anything in the last hour. So it's pretty funny that these lawyers are just like, yeah. And then they hear Richard say something. They're like, actually, That's not how it works. I don't know how the tokenomics work. I don't know how the whole thing works. But I know for a fact you're going to jail. And if you don't have family resemblance with Howie Mandel, then boy, oh boy, this is it for you. And I hope you have lawyers, because you probably should get a lawyer. You know, it's like, dude, sorry I'm late, boys. What's up, Hexcon? Well, he just told them why it's better than Bitcoin. Exactly. They're not listening. They're literally not listening to it. NPCs there, yeah. PulseX, that is all. It's a good one. By the end of this year, they'll all say Hex is great. We just didn't understand at the beginning, and we're just defending our Bitcoin bags that get... Well, I don't think so. I don't think so. These guys are like... They have drank the Kool-Aid in the Bitcoin Maxi community. These... Tone Vays. I mean, I don't know what he's doing at this point, but he was heavy into the Bitcoin Maxi thing back when I was watching him in 2018. So I don't think so, dude. He was calling Ethereum a scam because it prints and you don't know how many it's gonna print. It's like, okay, how is that a scam? Now, does it have not very good game theory? Maybe. Is it a scam? No, not at all. I don't think Ethereum is a scam. Can things have poor game theory that go down forever? Sure. Or they get printed into oblivion, so it really is a stupid idea? Sure. Look at Zen, right? Like, of course. Yeah, that is very true. But that doesn't mean that everything's a scam, or that the things that are built on top of it are a scam. All will be forgiven at 10-cent Hex. Yeah, probably. Tone Vay is watching. Yeah, probably. Let me scroll up. I remember this bro giving advice like a life coach, but the only thing in his living room was the weight of his other visions of grandeur. What? As long as his other lawyer is not Jason True. Bro, Tone was Googling shit as you see from his screen. He is searching words while I'm streaming. Bitcoin maxis are toxic. Yeah, I mean, dude, he was searching up the 3 legs of Howey test when he was when they were going through the Howey test. And then Richard had to correct him and say there was 4. When he's like, there's 3. There's 3 legs of the Howey test. Well, guess what? He probably sits on the 4th leg. You know, he's sitting on he sits on bar stools that are upside down. Type of Howey test that he goes by. Maybe that's why he can't see the 3rd leg, because he's sitting on one of the legs. Bitcoin maxis can enjoy their weak 3x gains. Is Ulti a scam? I don't think it's a scam. I think that it was a bad project. And I'm fortunate. We are fortunate enough that Steph did have the balls. I will give this to Steph, that Steph had the balls to come out here and say, hey, don't buy any more and don't put any more into it or deposit any, because its game theory is wrecked, right? So we can give that to Steph. I mean, we can all point and laugh and make memes, but at least he was forward with it and didn't do a Zen, where the Zen guys continue to say that Zen is, the best crypto ever, and it's literally down 100%. Like you hardly see cryptos that actually, if you go from the top to the bottom, go 100%. But here we are. Howie Mandel test passed. Yeah, you got to get that Howie Mandel family resemblance test. Maybe X1 will cause a movement. Oh, see? See? Tony had a 50-50 chance, 3 or 4, and he jumped the gun and got into the wrong. Yeah. He rides his bike with no seat. Yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly. He's yikes. He's riding that South Park bicycle.
Tell the market when you're going to unstake your coins. You're penalized by getting diluted because everyone else is getting inflation but you. And so what's the smart thing to do? Lock your coins up, declare to the market when you're going to end stake them. And now everyone else can plan the future around your end stake. If you're some whale that's ending on 20th,
it's called an exit scam. Yeah.
What do you mean?
What? See what I mean? They're not paying attention, and then they're going to be, it's called an exit scam. Listen, he's talking about how Hex works and how you can see the future stakes coming out, and he calls it an exit scam. What? Bro, I know Tone since 2016. He is a Bitcoin maxi and margin trader promoter. He is chairing 0.10 Bitcoin majority of the time for his masterclass. Charging. Scamming as F. His TD sequentials BS that he was selling. Yeah, I mean, he did the TD sequentials that were from some other guy. Like TD was the guy's name that came up with it. And so he would charge people for this guy's indicator that he probably put a twist on, made one little tiny you know, instead of a 7, he put an 8 or something. And he charged people, 0.1 Bitcoin, which was not very much. I mean, but it was like $300 at the time. So there is that.
To the market when you're going to end stake them, and now everyone else can plan the future.
But we got to listen to this. This is where he calls it an exit scam because you can see the future outlook of when Hex stakes are coming out.
Because everyone else is getting inflation but you. And so what's the smart thing to do? Lock your coins up, declare to the market when you're going to end stake them, and now everyone else can plan the future around your end stake. If you're some whale that's ending on the 20th.
It's called an exit scam, yeah.
What do you mean?
What does that mean?
This is what derivatives are. This is what futures contracts are.
He literally has no idea what he just said. He's not paying attention. Oh, it's called an exit scam. You can see when a whale is staking. You can see, you know, in Hex, you can see when a stake is coming due, and you can plan your stakes around it. That's an exit scam. What? What are you talking about? CZ's last tweet seems like he likes Hex. Let's see it. Hold on, boys. We gotta go look. What's good for Bitcoin is good for alts. Okay. Sure, I guess. Is that his last one? I don't know. Yeah, I guess, if that's sure. All right.
A more variant range of dates.
It's called an exit scam.
But I gotta listen
Lock
to
your coins up, declare to the market when you're going to end stake them, and now everyone else can plan the future around your end stake. If you're some whale that's ending on the 20th.
It's called an exit scam, yeah.
What do you mean?
He doesn't answer because he has no idea.
This is what futures contracts are.
He just says words. He just is saying words.
Jason, how is having more market awareness of what market participants are going to do an exit scam?
I have a question.
He just said words.
I'm assuming, and you can say, I'm not going to answer this. I'm assuming you are going to get some Hex. Yes or no?
I have a referral link and I shill it like a bitch. Like, yeah, I should end up with some. Yeah.
Okay. So what does that mean? You have a referral link and you get Hex for the referral link. Explain that part.
10. I'm not letting you dox my bank account, dog. I'm not letting you ask how much money I got.
He's not trying to do that.
Not letting you ask me what address is mine.
How it works. Richard, explain how it works. I'm not asking you.
Sure. Yeah, I'll explain it. Okay, if you're not looking to impugn me personally, I can tell you what you're looking for. There's 2 things that you're looking for that are different than other participants. Okay, so if you get in the first day, you get a 20% bonus. There's an origin that gets a copy of that. There's an address called the origin address that gets a copy, right? Now, technically, well, I guess technically it gets paid instantly, but the flush address is different. Like,
are you talking about what other coins call a development fee or a dev wallet?
No, because that anticipates work. It's different.
No. Just by analogy.
Well, Richard.
No, it implies work. It's a certain class of behavior by an entity that earns that thing by performing a behavior. There's nothing, no relation.
Richard, the point I'm making is that what you've described is what some other people might say is similar to the function of a dev wallet, which is based on minting activity, a certain percentage.
He must not know what Hex does or how it was completely finished. So what would it need a dev for? Right? I don't understand the whole thing. Richard produced a thing. It's like, you know, it's like the Home Depot guy. Let's say he owns Home Depot. It's saying that, like, okay, you're the Home Depot guy, but you can't shop at Home Depot and buy the products that you own. Like, what? He can buy and he can sell and he can do whatever he wants with that money. He's not developing anything because it's completely finished. I don't get, like, a dev wallet means you are relying on work from other people because guess what? You need a it sounds like you need a development team to develop the coin. Well, if it's just having coin, you know, if it's doing this all from the code, nothing needs to be developed.
Of that minted coin goes immediately into a separate wallet simultaneously or under a certain period of time.
If you want to think that's what it's similar to, you go ahead and think that. I'm going to explain to you what this does.
Great. So
you can make all the analogies you want.
All right. So go ahead.
I want Richard to answer this question. I'm not asking you how much. I'm just asking how. How does Richard Hart plan to acquire Hex?
Oh my God!
I don't tell you.
Why would he tell you how you acquire?
I don't tell you anything about any of my finances. I don't tell you what I ate for lunch. I don't tell you what color my underwear are. I don't tell you who I'm dating. I don't tell you almost anything. And this is in that set of things I'm not telling you.
How?
How?
If I asked you,
I'm trying to answer you the question.
How
about
are you
I
not telling
answer
us?
the question and we leave me out of it, and there's just some other person. And you can, if you want to, in your brain, imagine it's me, you go ahead and do that. There's an origin address and there's a flush address. They make all the money. I want to tell you how much money they make. If you stop interrupting me and going, but you, Richard, you. No, let me explain the system to you. And you can picture a Richard mask on the guy if it really gets you off, okay? Let me explain the system to you. It's important, right? There's an origin address. It gets a copy of bonuses.
By the way, that has never sold a single hex in the last 5 years. This was day one, but it has not sold a single hex in the last 5 years. So that is pretty amazing. And I don't think that he says, oh, I'm never going to sell or it's never going to sell. It just never has. He's never said, oh, this wallet's never going to sell. It just never has, which is actually pretty cool. Like, he just doesn't even say it. We can say it because, well, I don't know that it'll never sell. I'm not saying that, but it is pretty crazy that it's like a Satoshi wallet where it just sits there and holds it. And it's been sitting there for the last 5 years and been holding it and has done nothing.
You can picture a Richard mask on the guy if it really gets you off. Okay. Let me explain the system to you. It's important, right? There's an origin address. It gets a copy of bonuses. If you claim the first day there's a 20% bonus, it gets a copy. It inflates the currency, right? It inflated the currency to give you your bonus and inflates the currency to give the origin.
By the way, sorry I'm stopping it so much, but this sounds to me why Richard would shill his own referral link and have a referral link and stuff like that, which I would like to actually see what Richard's wallet ever did with the referral link hex. To me, that sounds like Richard had no it doesn't have any clue, or not a clue, but he doesn't own the OA wallet, or he wouldn't have shilled his own link. Maybe he wanted to get them referral links or people clicking on his referral. But this sounds to me like he was just a participant in the ecosystem, and the OA and the flush address was an entity or something else. And if somebody clicked his referral link, maybe the lawyer said, hey, you can use that money. If you want to use that money, sure. If you want to use the OA or the flush address, you're not allowed to do that. It has to stay in this kind of entity or whatever, trust. I don't know. I'm not the finance guy, but it sounds like Richard had no full control. I'm not saying he doesn't have any control, but maybe it's a multi-sig wallet. Maybe he just can't. Maybe he had a vesting period for a certain amount of years or whatever. And, he was going to have people click his referral link, and that's how he was going to make some money that he could actually spend, and which wouldn't make it so people couldn't, say, oh, you took in OA money and flush money, and now you're just taking all of our money. It's like, no, you click my referral link and I can spend that money. Plump the like. Yeah, that'd be great. I'm loving your streams, Hex. Oh, thank Tam Tam. OA not selling a token in the last 5 years. Jason just confirmed. This is an exit scam. Yeah. Laugh at this if he really gets you out. What am I? Life is an exit scam. Yeah. Hexo exit scammed on the chair. Toilet called my poop an exit scam. Yeah. When you, CZ tweeted about future being decentralized, trustless stuff. I didn't see that. on CZ's, on his tweets. I don't know where you guys, that was 7 hours ago that he tweeted. So I'm not sure where you guys are getting this, but let's see. I don't know. Doesn't look like it.
If you refer somebody, they get a 10% bonus, currency inflates, you get 20% to refer them. On top of it, it compounds to 32% total, the currency inflates. Origin address gets a copy of that, right? Now, after the first year, all this shit goes away. There's no more referrals after the day 352, I think. There's no more speed bonuses. There's no more claiming. There's no more any of that shit. After the launch phase, right? The only thing there is a maximum of 3.69% inflation, which actually will end up being a lot lower than that. for two reasons. One, the inflation is only paid at the end of a stake. And from what people have been telling me in chat rooms, they plan to stake for 10 years, 5 years, 4 years, 2 years, long time frames. I haven't seen anyone state that they're going to stake for days. I haven't even seen it, right? And if it's the case that this inflation is only going to come out many years down the road, it'll push the inflation rate up in that phase. It'll lower the inflation rate in this phase, but overall, it'll actually be lower over the whole thing because you need early inflation to compound, right? Because that's how it's calculus. If you get more growth earlier, the rate of change raises, right? So like, what do we have? A very simple system that pays stakers instead of miners after the launch phase. That's all you have. But during the launch phase, you need to kickstart onboarding by rewarding people for good behavior, like telling other people, like Tesla does, like Amazon does. Single tier referral program, not some multi-level marketing bullshit with a bunch of middlemen in a fucking pyramid. None of that. Same thing. Same thing BitMEX does. Same thing half of the referral links you promote does. Same shit, right? So origin address gets a copy of the inflation from rewarding people that do the referring. It gets a copy of the speed bonus increase. And if you late end your stake or you early end your stake, that gets split between the origin address and the stakers. And that's it. Now
they're literally
flush address. What's the flush address get?
I'm telling you, they don't know what he's doing. And by the way, this isn't to say that they're just like dummies. I didn't get how it worked either for the first 3 months, like completely. Like I understood that it split and the OA got some and I got some and like, but all of the like really nitpicky, like nuanced things, like how Hex was like Bitcoin and how it's pretty much exactly the same, but it's proof of work. I really didn't understand that until Richard really like was like, dude, it's just Bitcoin with a proof of work change. You use Ethereum to mine or to pay the transaction fees, but you're using time as the like a mining rig. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Being based is an exit scam for cringe. That's true, but there are some cringe base dudes too. So you know, there are. It's a fine line to walk on for sure. Skid token, yeah. The cartoon for a Hex worked on me eventually. Oh, the cartoon is great. The cartoon is great. All right, let's watch like what 5 more minutes.
That goes in there, and that's it. I'm very tired, so let me make sure that's it.
You said the flush address gets any Ethereum that's in there.
Well, what happens is there's an address in the code. There's 2 addresses in the code that you can verify. One is the flush address that I don't even actually know who keeps running the flush function, but this address keeps getting more and more Ethereum sent to it from the contract. And I have no idea who's actually doing that. So I have to ask around. Like, I don't know if that function gets called when people do some other thing or if there's someone like manually running it, but
Richard doesn't even know.
Someone is causing Ethereum to be moved from
he
the
doesn't even know how the flush address was
working.
If you're watching my screen, this is the contract address.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is the flush address. The flush address currently has, if I refresh
1.8 million is what that is.
So Richard, are you saying that in under 24 hours, your code has already been hacked?
Oh my gosh.
It's running as it's designed to. It's a public function. Anyone can cause it to run, but you wouldn't expect random. Yeah. All of the functions in the system are public. There is no secret code. There is no editing the code.
So you're telling me after 24 hours, your code's been hacked. What? Like, this is the problem with the Bitcoin maxi crowd is that they've never used Ethereum and then they call it a scam because they don't understand how it works and how public functions like that work. Like the end staking and like the good accounting function, you can good account anybody's Hex that is coming out. Like if somebody's burning Hex, you can good account them. So hey, don't forget the Speedo challenge. Thanks, Jerry Oaksmith, for the 50. Oh yeah, we're always got to be on that Speedo challenge. Oh boy, Jerry, you're really wanting me to get it. Jason, hair follicles are scamming his hairline. True. Going into the weeds. Yeah, the cartoon. Okay, let's see. I always wondered the guy in the cartoon for Hex is the guy from the banker from the game Monopoly. Yeah, it sounds like him. Hex got hacked. Yeah, hacked. So you're telling me it's hacked. 24 hours and you're telling me this thing's hacked? It's decentralized, completely immutable, and you're telling me it's hacked?
Like we've got 3 audits. We've got 2 security audits by CoinFabric and System.
Actually, that's probably where we'll stop right now. 204. Let's put it on the board. 204. 204. All right, guys. Well, another day of Tone Vays. I know we're gonna get through this. I know we should probably do like a 3-hour stream to just get through all of it at one point. But you know, I gotta protect my butt somehow. Great stream. Thank you guys for all coming here. Jerry, thank you for the $50, and HexCon, thank you for the other donation. You guys are amazing people. We got a good old Hex pump. Let's go ahead and see where we're at before we take off. If you guys don't mind, you know, go ahead and hit the likes, hit the subscribe if you haven't already. Oh, okay. Oh, goody. A week before Trump gets in, you guys want to have you know, you want to do this. The Jeets be Jeeting. But yeah, hit the subscribe, hit the like. If you haven't already, go over to my Twitter, go subscribe to my Twitter. If you guys want to be put on the subscription, you just do it over here. And, you know, we pick one every month. That's all I got. You guys have a great day. Hopefully we get a crazy green candle in the next 24 hours.